Hi there, it's me, Zenzale. Welcome to my June fragrance tray, mostly on time. I'm going to start in the back here with Velvet Rose and Oud from Joe Malone. This is a fragrance that I have mentioned before that I was pretty much stalking in Sephora for over a year before I realized that I needed to have it. I was just going back and forth sniffing it and pretty much obsessed with it. This has, I believe, like clove, damask rose, and some other notes in it I can't remember. Fragrantica says that there is praline. I'm not sure if that's true, but to me, this is just a really classy, classic, uh, smooth, grown, sexy. Just a beautiful rose fragrance. It has oud in it. Yes, of course. How could I forget that? It's velvet rose and oud. So yeah, I don't necessarily think that this would be categorized as um a spring fragrance, but I don't care. It's just been sitting here on my shelf in my cubicle, and occasionally I will come in to smell it, especially when I first bought it, which I think was last year or the beginning of this year. And it's time to wear it. It's time to wear it. Next to that is a fragrance that has lived rent free in my brain since I smelled the sample that I got of this from Le Jeté. Was that last year? I mean, I kept the tiniest little bit of that juice for as long as I could while I plotted on how I was going to get this fragrance eventually. It's been on my wish list for about a year. This is in collaboration with Christine of the Perfume Nest and Christian Provenzano, and it has the opening notes of bergamot, basmati rice, and coconut milk. And I'm just knocked over every time I smell it. It's so unique. It's so just different and just perfectly done and unexpected, but like wearable. It's, I don't know, it's just so different and I love it so much. And I feel like it's a maybe underrated vanilla fragrance that is not like a lot of vanilla fragrances that you're going to put your nose on. It's not gourmand, but there is that food note of basmati rice in it, which I just think is incredible with the coconut milk, and it has buttermilk and spices. It's just so good. I'm so glad to have this in my collection, and I really did search around for a while to find a good deal on this fragrance because originally Navitus fragrances were more affordable than they are now, and so I found a place where I could get this closer to the price that I would have paid originally at Navitus. Super happy to have this in my collection. Super excited to wear it this month. So I'm gonna do the body mist last. I'm gonna go over here to a fragrance from Sniff that I have had for almost a month now. Crumb Couture. And this had been on my wish list for a while as well. I think I got this with points that I have at Sniff that I didn't know about. And I think I told the story on TikTok about how I sprayed it on a paper tester and I smelled it and I was just like, oh my God, this smells way too much like Sniff hotcakes, which I already have. Plus, it's weaker. I wasn't getting a whole lot of projection from it when I smelled it on the paper. Found out that I could not return it. I was just like, that's fine. I didn't mind being stuck with this. But then, like, either hours later or the next day, I picked up that paper tester and wow. I mean, the fragrance had really developed so that I could smell how sweet and realistically flaky and croissant this fragrance is, and the jamminess of it. It's just so good. It's so yummy. It's such a good fragrance for gourmand lovers. And yeah, I'm glad that it finally got itself together. I think it's gotten even better since then. And like I said, I've only had this a few weeks, so I can't wait to wear that. And then here I have the full bottle of Henry Rose's Dave. This is a fragrance that I talked about on Threads. I feel like I must have TikToked it, I'm not sure, but it is so unique. It is one of the most unique fragrances that I've put my nose on this season, and I feel like it will be probably one of the most unique fragrances I smell this year because of the notes in it, which are just composed so well and just, I don't know, like I wouldn't put them together, but they just work so well in this fragrance. There's like tangerine, lavender, tonka, cocoa shell, chantilly. So it's like slightly aromatic, fresh, sweet, gourmand, little warm, but like perfect for the summer. All of these things at the same time. It just, I haven't smelled a fragrance like this uh, yet, and I enjoy wearing it out so much um, in the travel size. And yeah, this was a no-brainer for me. So the next fragrance is a 5 ml sample from Scent Split. This is Matiere Premier's Vanilla Powder. I talked about this in one of my latest videos about the latest Scent Split niche fragrance haul that I received. Absolutely love this fragrance. Wonderful vanilla fragrance with not a whole lot of notes in it, but I do always remember cocoa powder because I think cocoa powder really characterizes this fragrance. And I love coconut and I love vanilla, and this thing is super addictive, strong enough to last all day off of 2 or 3 sprays. And as you can see, we're already at the halfway point, so I will be spraying this even further down this month. Next 2 fragrances are my 2 favorite fragrances from the Kayali Vacay in a Bottle set. This is Maldives in a Bottle. I've already started wearing this. This is actually the first fragrance on my tray that I have started wearing. As you can see, this is practically done already, so we're just going to wear this down. This has the note of rosemary, and I believe the note of banana is in this as well, which I always forget about. But this is just a refreshing, sweet, very nicely projecting, powerful fragrance as well. And I really enjoyed it the time that I've worn it out so far, the day that I wore it. And I love that it's in this little mini because I could easily throw this in my bag. But when it is done, we are definitely upgrading to a larger bottle. The next one is Maui in a Bottle, and this is the more banana centered fragrance. It is sweet banana Maui in a bottle, sweet banana. And I love this fragrance. I'll put a link to my review of the Vacay in the Bottle set, but these 2 were my absolute favorites. This is definitely more intense a banana, and there's a muskiness to this too. It puts me right in the mind of a beachy, um, tropical drink in hand kind of mood, and I really, really love it. So the next fragrance is by Julianna's Perfume, and I promise that I will get up my video about my entire Julianna's Perfume collection. This was one of the last fragrances that I purchased from Julianna's Perfume. It's called Red Carpet Affair, and this is inspired by Guerlain's Angelique Noir fragrance, which, based on the notes of this and the smell of this, I really want to put my nose on that fragrance. I feel that this one is probably more wearable because it has less Angelique in it, and more floral notes, but it does have a greenish-ness to it that I really, really like. As you can see, it's already at the halfway point, so I pretty much already started wearing this, and I just want to wear it some more. Okay. Okay, so my travel size is from Octavia Morgan. This is Dark Rose. I talked about this fragrance in the latest video I posted about the 4 latest rose fragrances that I have been loving. 2 of the first ones I talked about were the Safe Blind Buys. This was in the back half of fragrances that I feel were not safe blind buys, not safe for work. So yeah, this has plum, which I really love the fragrances that I have with plum in it. And there are not many, but the few that I have I just really love plum notes in a fragrance, and the cumin as well. As many of the other notes in this fragrance just make it really like dark, sexy, musky, unique, and very nicely projecting. So, even though this is, not a safe blind buy and not a fragrance that I would wear to work, I will definitely be finding occasions to wear this fragrance in the month of June, and I will tell you more about that experience. So, last but not least is a hair and body fragrance mist from the Ellis Brooklyn limited edition Milkshake series. I got all three of these. The other two are banana and lychee. I did return lychee because I just couldn't smell anything and I didn't have the patience to wait to. But this mango hair and body fragrance mist is one of my favorites. This has a note of mango in it that is very different from the fragrances I already have in my collection with mango. This is a greener, fresher mango, and I think this is really great for the high heat temperatures that we are in. There's a dent in here already, but this is really just from reviewing it. I haven't worn it out yet, but I think this is going to be great worn by itself, in addition to layering over some Skin Potion body butters that I have received recently. I'll talk to you more about that in future videos. But that is basically it for my June fragrance tray, you guys. Let me know in the comment section below if any of these fragrances are fragrances that you're going to be wearing in June or have been wearing. And if not, what fragrances you are going to be wearing in June. I would love to hear from you as always. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up button down below if you liked it. And I will see you in my next video soon. Bye.